Hey everyone, this is Lily Hartman. I'm going to try my best to make this video as quick as possible, but this is the virtual how-to for the New Jersey Legacy Division. Owen and I have been working on this virtual for over a year now, and I think that the features it has are amazing. Reps have been using it and have gotten great results. The first time I used it, I sold a homemaker and got 10 recs. Virtuals in general are a great alternative to in-person demos. I use virtual programs to win the Jamaica trip for me, my first trip contest that I had here. But I'm going to jump right into it, and I'm just going to explain why this is the best virtual program, how to set up the virtual demo, and how to actually give a virtual demo. This virtual combines everything that's great about the other virtuals, so it's the best of both worlds. You can maintain control of the presentation, so the customer only sees the slide that you're on. You have speaker notes right in front of you that your customer can't see, that goes slide by slide so you know exactly what to say and you're super confident. It's also personalizable, which makes it easier to connect with your customers. It is more important to create more of a connection and work a little bit harder to be vulnerable and open and to create a relationship with your customer since you aren't sitting down with them face to face. And you can also drop down with this virtual demo, which is awesome. So I'm going to start by going over how to set up your virtual presentation. You should be on morrismayhem.com/v, which you're probably already on if you're watching this video. To make a copy of the slides.com presentation, you need to make an account first. So if you notice, if I try to make a copy of this slideshow, which is what you'll be using, there's no option to, and that's because I'm not logged in. So you need to actually sign up. When you click sign up, it makes it look like you have to pay for it, but you don't. It's completely free to use slides.com. So just click the free plan, sign up with, make your own account, or just sign up with Facebook or Google. And once you make your account, log in. You'll probably have to go back to the link. So just click that link. And if you notice, now that I'm logged into my account, you have the option to make a copy. And what you want to do before you give the presentation for the first time is you are going to need to edit a couple quick things. So if you notice, I just clicked the edit button, and you'll just want to put your name in, put a picture of you, a picture of your school, where you're from, a hobby, or something that you like. And then on the next page, put your goals. So I'll show you what my slides look like in a second if you'd like an example, but you should always put networking because honestly, why the heck would you not be excited about networking? It's what's going to make you the most successful with this job and a lot of the times in life in general, but it's what's also going to help you to get more referrals. It's great, especially with the virtual presentation, to drop constant hints, whether it be direct or indirect, that recommendations are the most important part of your job and that you're going to be asking for them. So this is what my intro page looks like. I have my name, a picture of me, my school, a picture of me with the team, and just a couple basic facts about myself. And this is what my goals slide looks like. So you only need to edit the first 2 slides there. Everything else for you is completely set up, but I would definitely recommend that you read through the presentation once before giving a virtual demo. The virtual demo is very similar, but it does have some distinct differences from the in-person demo, which I'll go over in a second. But before I go over the different parts of the virtual demo, just so I can show you how to present it, you'll click Open Deck, Present. Slides.com just changed this feature. The button used to be different. This is what it is now. And on the side here are some different important things that you're going to need to know how to use. Right here is a live link, which you're going to share with your customers using an email that's on morrismayhem.com/v and in your training manual. The link never changes. It's always the same, which is pretty cool. But what it allows for you to do is when your customers click this link, they'll be able to see only your current slide. So if you see here, it says current. They can't see your notes. They can't go back and forth between the presentation, which means that they can't be looking at a different slide when you're talking about the history of the company. Before you give a presentation for the first time, also make sure that you're comfortable with the technological features of the presentation so that you're not confused while you're presenting. If you have only been half listening to me, now is the time to fully listen to me, because there are only two things that are a little bit more advanced about the virtual demo, but it's so simple once you notice it. And if you've only been half listening to me, like, now's the time to pay full attention. So you're in complete control of what the customer sees. They can't go back and forth. You can change the slides, but they can't. They only see what you're looking at. But the only thing that you don't have complete control over is on the video slide, you can't press play for them. They need to press it themselves. So it's built into the script here. It instructs you to tell them to press play with you together. Don't ever skip the video, which I'll go into in a couple of minutes, but you do need to instruct them to press play themselves. And if you decide to show them the website, which is an option, you're also going to need to guide them to click around because you can't click for them. They can see the website, but it's individual to you both. The other kind of more advanced thing that is not complicated once you do it once or twice is dropping down. So if you notice, the way that you change slides is just by clicking these left and right arrows as you go through the presentation. But on the 3 set sheet slide, there's a down button. And built into your presentations, if for one reason or another you need to drop down on your presentation, the way that you drop down and show smaller sets is literally by clicking the down button. So let's say that for some reason my customer couldn't get one of these 3 sets. You just click that down button and you can show them our starter sets. If none of those work for them, after following the script and pressing down if it tells you to, just click the down button and you can show them our table and steak knives and our individual pieces. The speaker notes also instruct you to drop down to show the flatware and cookware prices. Okay, that's why. Let me go back for a second. There we go. So this is the newest version. Sorry about that. On the flatware, you can drop down to show them the prices of the flatware chest. And you can also drop down to show them the prices of the cookware. And like I said, to make it easier for you, the speaker notes literally tell you exactly when you would need to press down. If that doesn't make complete sense to you, I'll show you the deck zoomed out. So if you see, there's these slides that are underneath the rest of your slides, because obviously if your customer wants to buy the homemaker, then you're not going to show them the studio set. But if they can't, then you are going to. So it's there if you need it, but you don't have to go through it unless you need it. Same thing with the flatware and the cookware. The prices are there for you if you need it. But you don't want to be just skipping through a bunch of random slides that aren't of value to your customer, which is why they're underneath. And if, let's say, you are on this slide with your customer and you click the right arrow button, it automatically jumps to the top right slide. So it's always going to, when you click left or right, it's going to go to that top part of the presentation. And lastly, I just want to go over a quick walkthrough of the demo for you guys so that you can see the different parts of the demo. So jumping back to the beginning, I'm not going to actually give a presentation here. I'm just going to walk you through the different parts because it is different than the in-person demo. You and your customer need to be at a computer with good internet connection. Show the husband and the wife together if it's possible. Just so that you know, you can't do ACH, you can't do an order by check, just credit or debit card for virtual presentations. And normal coaching calls and communication guidelines apply. So just like in-person demos, you're still going to call during or after every demo so that we can give you base pay if you need it, and so that we can also help you to grow and develop and improve. Always send the virtual demo email to your customer as early as possible after booking the demo. It's a great reminder for them, and that's on morrismayhem.com/V. And like I said before, the virtual is a little different than the in-person, so just read through it once or twice before you give your demo. So you're going to introduce yourself and share your goals, which is super important to building rapport, especially in a virtual demo. Talk about the All-American Scholarship. If you're not a student, then you can delete the slide, but most of you, this slide is going to be a huge difference maker for you. We talk about Henkels and Wusthof before we talk about Cutco on the virtual demo. We go over the history of the company and the 4 promises. In the 4 promises, there is an additional promise right here that is going to help you to get more referrals and to handle objections. We talk about the common complaints and some of the quality of our handle. We're not going to go over every single feature, but specifically the handle, the forever guarantee, and then the video. The video, don't skip it. You don't sell Cutco, Cutco sells itself, and when you're on your demos, one of the biggest things is the cutting clinic, the cutting demonstration. You don't want to skip that part. On a virtual demo, you can't do that with your customer, and that's why we have the video, so that Cutco can sell itself and do what it does for you on an in-person demo. After that, you close, you drop down if you need to, talk about flatware and cookware, the gadgets, the kitchen tools, and the accessories, the garden tools, the barbecue set, and the sporting and hunting knives. The website is here if you need it. The only things that aren't in the virtual demo that we have to offer are like the Santoku knives and the galley set. So if you want to show your customer something very specific, feel free to guide them through this website. And the way that getting referrals work is, also if you haven't been listening, now is definitely a good time to listen because this is super important. The way that referrals work is you go over the entire approach before you give them the link. Because you want them to have your full attention or you want to have their full attention when you go over it. You don't want them to be filling out the form and half listening when you're going over the most important part of your job. So you explain how it works first, and then you give them the link and you fill it out together. It says on the script that you are not supposed to hang up until they finish filling out the form. This is the most important part of your job, and it's how you get referrals. Even like no matter what, they should always fill out this form, but you shouldn't just hang up and let them fill out the form themselves, in the same way that you wouldn't just give a customer a recommendation sheet and leave it at their house. You need to coach them through it, help them think of more people, and put yourself in the best positions for success. So that's it. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. On morrismayhem.com/V, there are some additional resources like a phone approach, price calculators, price lists, an email. But if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to me. The basic keys for a successful virtual demo are having fun and making it interactive, following the speaker notes, and just building extra rapport. I'm going to make some additional videos with how to get more recs and some advanced tips, but good luck, guys. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and that's it.